The Day in Tech History is sponsored by CashFly over at CACHEFLY.com, where you can host your podcast and get a 14-day free trial.
Jeffrey Powers here. I welcome you to the Day in Tech History, a full rundown of technology history 7 days a week. Subscribe to the show via iTunes, Stitcher, or download right from dayintechhistory.com. Now let's find out what happened on this day, your day in tech history. November 29th. 1910, Ernest Sinnering was issued a U.S. patent for the first traffic signal. The sign illuminated the words, "Stop" and "Proceed." 1951, the first U.S. underground atom bomb test, designated Uncle, was detonated. The low-yield 1.2 kiloton bomb was detonated 17 feet beneath the surface of Frenchman Flat in Nevada. 1956, Leo Gordon Laporte was born. Leo Laporte went on to be an American radio and TV broadcaster, ultimately creating the TWiT, This Week in Technology network, of Internet broadcasts. 1961, the first U.S. satellite carrying an animal was launched by Mercury Atlas V from Cape Canaveral. A 5-year-old chimpanzee named Enos orbited the Earth twice over the course of 3 hours, 20 minutes. 1965, Canadian Space Agency launches the satellite Alouette 2. 1972, Nolan Bushnell and Al Acorn, co-founders of Atari, wheeled in the first Pong stand-alone coin-operated arcade console into Andy Kappa's Tavern in Sunnyvale, California. Instead of pursuing established manufacturers, Bushnell decided to manufacture Pong himself. He distributed Pong along 3 pre-existing arcade routes, and he told Ted Dabney had worked to keep Atari afloat while their first game was being created. 1975, the name Microsoft, an amalgamation of the words microcomputer and software, was first used in a letter from Bill Gates to Paul Allen. 1996, a woman in Aurora, Illinois was charged for punching another shopper in the head while fighting over the last Nintendo 64 video game system at a Best Buy store. And Sony Computer Entertainment announced that the company had shipped the 10 millionth unit of the PlayStation game console. And in 1999, AMD released the 533 MHz K62 processor for $167, the 750 MHz Athlon processor for $799. And the General Electric company, Marconi, sells the Electronics Systems division to British Aerospace.
If you love the Day in Tech History, then I encourage you to join my Patreon movement over at patreon.com/geekazine. Your contribution keeps the lights on and more Day in Tech History episodes available. Pledge as little as $1 a month or $12 a year for 365 days of podcasts. Add to that all the content from geekazine.com, morninggeeks.com, and other shows that I produce. That's over at patreon.com/geekazine. Now let's get back into your day in tech history.
In 2002, Massachusetts Attorney General Tom Riley files an appeal of the ruling of U.S. District Court Judge Colleen Kohler Coatley made on the settlement of the antitrust case against Microsoft. 2005, the National Institute on Media and the Family released a report characterizing the video game industry operated rating system is beyond repair. And Sony Computer Entertainment released the update for the PlayStation Portable in the United States via internet connection, memory stick, or universal media disc. 2008, Samir Abdallah files antitrust against Microsoft. He claimed the software company charges 1/3 or more for software outside the country. And Microsoft started talking to Yahoo about their search business. Yahoo had a $20 billion business at the time. 2012, Apple launched iTunes 11 with a new redesigned interface and playback features. And Syrian IP addresses were unreachable. This made the country basically be removed from the internet. The blackout came from the intense fighting in the Damascus. Syria had shut down the internet, but only for a brief while. The internet would go back online December 3rd. And that's your Day in Tech History. My name is Jeffrey Powers, www.dayintechhistory.com. All the show notes are over at wikizine.com, Geekazine's wiki. And of course, you can like the Facebook page and follow Twitter at Day in Tech Hist. Until tomorrow, take care. Day in Tech History is copyright 2015, JMP Enterprise and Geekazine.com.